Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. Heart Ascension attempts, and you know what? I want to do another Defect run. Defect, Defect, Defective. This guy is a pain in the ass to play. Freaking lost like every single freaking run as this guy. I think I'm gonna choose a rare card. Okay. So Lisa, I don't know what Ascension 20 brings in. I think I might know, but don't spoil it for me just because it's unnecessary information right now, I think. I gotta get through Ascension level 2 before I get to 20. But let's see, Creative AI, Thunderstrike, Reboot. Reboot is just a good card. It only helps you, I believe. Thunderstrike means that you can scale into combat by playing more lightning, but we don't have a lot of lightning enablers right now. Creative AI is great for adding powers, but the powers are random, and you don't know what you're gonna get. I think we're gonna go for maybe like a Thunderstrike. It still costs 3, it's so expensive. Give me the Reboot. I really don't like that. I think that we did kind of end up losing on that deal, but at the same time, I also think that it is probably good for us to just take what is probably just a good card. It's probably just a good card for us to have. You know, if we don't have anything else we can play, we can just reboot and see if we get something that we can play. Hit him. Give me a zap. Now give me a straight up reboot, because if we get dual cast, we can actually kill him. Or 3 strikes. Auto shields. I think that's a good block for the first act. Give me... don't hit me. No. See, I think you misunderstood what I meant to say. Because what I said was, give me a don't hit me. Instead, you gave me a hit me. That's you're missing a word. You're missing a word, dude. Well, give me a zap, a defend, a reboot. Just want 1 defend. Ay. We can kill this guy on the next turn. Absolutely we can. The first act, I will take a white noise. One random power once, I think is pretty good. Static discharge. That's not a very good power. And I'm just gonna block, actually. The lightning orb will get him. Static discharge can be a hit or miss thing. I will admit, freely, that you don't always get what you want out of white noise. Energy potion, charge battery. Yeah, let's go for the charge battery. Did we add in... we added in auto shields and charge batteries, so we're adding in a lot of block. At some point, we do need to start adding in some attacks of some sort, but I think you want to start by adding in blocks, because the blocks are really good. Like, the blocks with the defects are pretty good. You got your charge battery. Taking no damage, give me a reboot. You've got your charge batteries, you've got your buffers, you've got your reinforced blocks, your auto shields, equilibriums, force fields. You got some good stuff. I think FTL, it's an attack, it pays for itself, I think it's good. Now this guy scares the shit out of me. I'm basically just gonna be looking for Zap. which we did not get. I'm just gonna drink the energy potion and hit him 2 more times. This guy scares me because we have a lot of blocks, and that's like most of our deck. I am gonna zap. We want the extra damage, I think. And in fact, I think I'm gonna also dual cast. We might be able to kill him next turn if we get good draw. We did kill him. Okay, not a bad fight. And I think, yeah, this was the Burning Elite too. Give me a go for the eyes. It's a good upgrade target, and the weakness is kind of like a block. Which maybe that's too much block, you know? Maybe we need to start pulling back a little bit. But I like it. Bias Cognition is fine here. We want to kill this guy pretty quickly anyways. We got a lot of energy on that turn. Jesus. Well, might as well reboot. Technically, if we drew a zap, that would have been ideal, but he's dead already. The other good thing about White Noise is that it can give you self-repair, and if it gives you self-repair, you can heal. I'm gonna take a Steam Barrier. We took some zero-cost attacks, now let's take some zero-cost blocks. I will find a relic. I went a little deep, but we found it! And actually, I mean, Lantern's a really good relic to get. I do like it. Taking a little damage. You know, I think we actually probably want to use the Fear Potion, but let's hold off. Only taking 4. We're getting close to death, but it's only 4. Give me a Steam Barrier, strike, a reboot, dual cast, give me a strike, go for the eyes, taking 1 more damage. Okay, okay. We're making something work. Hyper Beam is a good card. I'm gonna take it, but I don't plan on using it. Not frequently anyways. Ugh, I don't wanna like go to the question mark and then die, but I don't really want to fight an elite and die. But I do want to rest before we do anything, so I guess we're gonna go fight the elite. Which is not exactly what I had in mind, but, you know, maybe this will work. Wow, we have a lot of energy on turn 1. I'm not even gonna use the dual cast. I think we should save the orb. It's gonna do more good for us here. I have only 1 card that generates orbs right now, you know? We're gonna take 18. I'm also gonna Hyper Beam. Damn. I am gonna Hyper Beam because the AoE I think is totally worth it, and we gotta kill this guy quickly. We gotta kill all these guys quickly, I think. So hit him so he'll die, hopefully. And kill him. Like, this was not a bad elite fight, honestly. He's dead. That's why you take Hyper Beam. I will take a capacitor, and I will heal. So instead of upgrading, we got a relic. That's basically what happened there. We fought the elite, we got a relic. Wow, Jesus, turn 1 sucks. With 3 defends. I can't play it that early. Well, he's gonna hit us, and we can't break him. So I guess he's gonna hit me for an insane amount of damage. I mean, we could have been playing the Fear and the Strength Potion. I'd expected us to get some better rolls at some point with our draw. We got nothing. So you know what? There, I used them. I think that this might be an okay time for the bias, because we're just going to be blocking anyways. But, like, we have no way of generating orbs right now, which I think is probably a mistake on our part. We want to get ways of drawing orbs, don't we? Or not drawing orbs, of drawing, you know, ball lightning, zap, stuff like that. I think we're dead. No, we're close, but we're not quite dead. Hit. Him. Kill him. Okay, what do we want? Give me a buffer. You know what? I'm just gonna like snap choose some selections here. And you know what? Give me frost every turn. Get rid of the lightning. We're not lightning boys anymore. We're frost boys. I have no idea what I'm doing with this deck, by the way. At this point, I'm basically just taking random stuff and seeing what works, because I don't know what works with the defect, and if what I choose for myself doesn't work, maybe we should just pick randomly. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick semi-randomly. I think buffer can be good, so why not take it? And we'll get one loop every turn. One frost anyways, thanks to Frozen Core. It's gonna block. I'm not gonna Hyper Beam yet. Electrodynamics could have been good, but I mean, I just don't know what to take. Nothing seems to work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This keeps us safe. So we'll play that. Play reboot. Go for the eyes. Good. Taking no damage. We'll zap. Charge. I mean, I guess I can't really complain with my decision so far because we are not taking damage yet. 26 plus a strike. It's 32. That means you're dead. Right? Yeah. Like, we didn't take any damage on that fight. Seems good. Cold Snap. I will take one Cold Snap and add it to the deck. Remove a card? Why not? Remove a basic block. We added in better blocks ourselves. You, what do you got? I can't buy them both. But you know what? We can buy a Defrag. And then we're going to buy Panacea, which means that we can use Hyper Beam. And we have a 50% chance of drawing a curse. Let's skip it. We don't have Or Memoria this time, I checked. I'm not gonna make that mistake again. White noise, loop. Damn, I was really hoping we'd get another Hyper Beam. It was possible. It was definitely possible, but you know what? Hey, taking no damage. All we have to do is wait for Hyper Beam. Hey, there we go. Is this how this deck, how you're supposed to play? You're just supposed to, like, pick stuff randomly? I don't really like any of these. Recursion, if you upgrade it, is nice, but I'd rather get something else. Sure, let's go this way. Let's upgrade Defrag. Like, if we can play Defrag, then we get 4 block every turn and then 4 more block every turn. That seems pretty nice. You know what? Pen Nib, Hyper Beam. And then if we Panacea, we can actually start playing the Hyper Beam. Panacea is in the deck, we just don't draw it. Give me a zap. Defrag for free, I'll take it. Panacea for free, I'll take it. Would have been really nice to have before you did your stuff, Mr. Snecko, but that's okay. I guess we did have an... No, it's not. Wrong potion. Okay. Hey, you know what? Hyper Beam. Whee! That's what we wanted out of the hyper beam. Just saying. Dual cast. That will gain 14, gain 18 block. Which means we take no damage. And you know what? Why not? Because we just generate 1 extra orb of block per turn. Of course, now we get all the focus. Damn it, game. You know what? Give me another capacitor. More orbs! More orbs! Alright, you're dead. What do we need? We need another charge battery. We have 1 and an auto shield. I could go for another charge battery. I can see that being useful. I can see anchor being very useful. Dude, let me upgrade. Give me an upgrade and give me another orb slot. Give me another possible location for a frost orb to be placed. That was, no, this is pen nib, okay. I was gonna say, that was pen nib? No, this is pen nib. This is pen nib! He's gonna buff the gremlin wizard though. And he's attacking, damn it. That's okay. Defend, defend, defend. Taking 3 damage. Here it comes! Oh, you're dead. And hey, we can hyper beam at least once. So we should probably honestly save the hyper beam for when there's a lot of enemies out. That's my guess. So instead, I think I'm just gonna hit him, hit him, hit him, and then activate the buffer. That's a good draw. One HP, come on. I don't know, something about this is working. You know, we could just go Blizzard deck, which means that we want to add in a Blizzard card. We want to add in more cold snaps, stuff like that. Could work, I guess. Ah, Hyper Beam. There's my Hyper Beam, and we still have the artifact. So that's basically free damage. Auto Shield, Zap. I guess we shouldn't have zapped if we wanted as much block as possible, but give me the defend anyways. We have a... Yeah, we took 1 damage, so the buffer is gone. Oops. Did we took no damage on that fight? What is with this deck? Why does this deck work? Could someone tell me, could someone explain to me why this deck, out of all of our decks, works? Because it seems like it's a dumb deck. Auto shield, capacitor, cold snap, strike. I'll take it. We are definitely going to take damage against this guy. At least until we get the defrag and a lot of frost orbs out there. Give me more energy next turn. Why not? Oh no, we're weak. How are we going to block? I want Panacea before we Hyper Beam. We kind of need to so we don't lose our block forever. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Need it. Oh no, because we got 1 more Frost Orb. We didn't need it. This is my bad. My bad. Dealing 18. Right now we have 19, so give me the charge battery. We actually have more because of the cold snap. Gotcha. He's dead. This deck works. Give me an amplify. We would definitely love to be able to amplify a defrag if we get it. Turn 1 capacitor, sure. Give me a good block, a reboot. Taking no damage. Yeah, give me the defrag. Could have waited for the amplify, but this is fine. Hey, Panacea Hyper Beam. Say that 10 times fast. Here's your electrodynamics. Get that out there. Actually, good block and good attack. 7, 8, just hit him. Thank you, electrodynamics. Dealing 18 damage. He's dealing 12 damage. Yo, that dual cast actually is kind of nice because you cast the orb and then you get another orb to replace it very soon afterwards. Okay, consume. We've done it! We have 2 different ways of gaining focus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Snecko, huh? What happens if I Panacea consume? We still lose 1 orb slot. Okay. I'm just curious. We are going to not get Sneckoified. But now we can't Hyper Beam. Slightly sad. But we do get 8 block per turn. There's our capacitor. There's even more block per turn. Now I just want more capacity. I think that's what we do. I think this deck works as a... Ooh, that's a good turn next turn. That's reboot. I think this deck works as a block deck. Which seems a little weird, but it's totally working. 27. If I Hyper Beam and then hit you, you are not dead. So instead, we're gonna block it up, take no damage, and kill you next turn. Mr. Snecko. And by next turn, I mean the turn after the next turn. Because honestly, I kind of do want to delay on this, because if I delay, I can save Pen Nib and maybe open up the next combat with a Pen Nib Hyper Beam, but I think that's a boss fight, so probably not. Give me a Rip and Tear, it's upgraded. Give me a Smith, and we will upgrade. Dude, why not? Panacea. No, consume. Almost certainly gonna be more valuable. We did have a Hyper Beam. I don't want to use it. So instead I think I'm going to Amplify Charge Battery Reboot. White Noise Double Capacitor. Oh, which is nice! More orb slots, more possible consume targets. Oh, it's so lovely. Taking a little damage, I think. I'll take a little damage. I don't care about a little damage. Actually, we're taking none. We just gotta play capacitor, play consume a few times, and I think we're good. I could try to wait and get amplify defrag, but I think it's probably better to just play them now, get them out there. There's the capacitor. I didn't mean to hit you there, sir. Sir? Sorry, sir. Sorry. Sorry. Didn't mean to hit you there, sir. Sorry. Can I kill you? What do you have? Amplifies return to your hand upon death. And I think we're out of powers except for buffers. And you know what? Give it to me. And I'll just discard it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a lot of things out there. Did I play Panacea? I must have. No, I didn't. Where's Panacea? Oh, you have Panacea. Okay, I gotta kill you to get it back so I can Hyper Beam. Gotcha. I was wondering. You have You're doing 51 damage? Well, I think you consume, and that's 50 block. And we have 60 block thanks to us getting another Frost Orb. Yo, this deck works? You noticing that? You noticing that this deck works? No, it's discarded. No. Why does this deck work and the last deck that I like tried to build by hand didn't work? Wanna know why? Consume, defrag. We're actually getting our, enablers out there. Got 60 block per turn. Come on, Donu Deka. Show yourselves. Play another one. I think I won't play any more Consume. I think this is good enough right here. It's 52 damage. Not gonna play it. I am noticing I need more attacks. I need better attacks that kind of synergize with the Frost, but we'll have to get those later. 101 block! So good. $94. This guy, he can't hit me. He can't hit me. I'm invulnerable. I am invulnerable. I'm invincible. But we do need more attacks. Okay, Core Surge. 1 artifact. That's what we want. What do we want here? Do we want to not upgrade anymore? Probably not. I do want to upgrade Panacea. I want to upgrade Amplify, Buffer. We can retain our hand, but we only have 3 energy. We can't play anything. We have a lot of zero-cost cards, though. But stuff like Hyper Beam is just going to be stuck in our hand. And enemies that add wounds are going to have those wounds be stuck in our hands forever. I don't think there's any 3rd floor boss that makes wounds except for the heart if you leave it living long enough. It's actually kind of interesting. I think Runic Pyramid is what we want. You want to know why? Amplify, Defrag, Capacitor, Consume. We can choose when we play those cards. Now, admittedly, having 3 energy scares me, but if we have just a lot of zero-cost cards in our deck, it's going to be better for us, because we can actually play those when we need to, for free. FTL. Well, FTL draws, but like Steam Barrier, Go for the Eyes, White Noise, Zap. We do have a Reboot, which we can pop whenever we need to as well. So this is interesting. Okay, so we need to rest, and we need to not take the item from the chest. And maybe also, like, rest a couple of times, do some upgrading. I want to skip the shop on this floor, I think. No, we can go to the shop and see if there's anything good there. Taking no damage. So give me a Zap, a Core Surge, a Strike. Oh, I see. That's like auto shields. We're taking no damage. No, auto shields does not work that way. Because auto shields doesn't work with Anchor on turn 1. Okay, that's pretty good. In fact, an Echo Form Hyper Beam kills these guys, so all we need to do is not die on this turn, which is hard when they're doing like 30 damage. We could reboot, try to find some more block, but we only gain 4 cards on the reboot. I could defrag. Hyper Beam takes 12 damage off the table. If I defrag, we're gonna take 8 damage off the table. I could also draw. I'm gonna draw. Okay, I'm starting to think maybe a Hyper Beam is the correct course of action here, but it means that we are going to basically lose most of our ability to gain good turn-over-turn block. If we consume Charge Battery, we're taking... or we're gaining 12 block. I think we want to defrag, Charge Battery, reboot. Sure, FTL. I mean, that's not a good turn, but I think we had limited options there, unfortunately. These guys can be a pain in the ass if you don't really kind of go quick on them. And we didn't have any way of going quick on them. Now we do. We just had to wait for Echo Form on turn 2. Stack can be good if we wait and play it at the end before we reshuffle. We don't really need a Cold Snap. We're generating Frost. Could still be good. But I think that's a skip. We're not going to offer our gold, especially not when we're about to go to a shop. Defrag. Gotta take it. I think you want Defrag. Threaded Needle is really good, but we can't afford it. Juzu Bracelet's okay. Frozen Eye to know what your draw is next turn. Doesn't help us that much because it's not like we have Havoc. Not in this deck anyways. Apotheosis is good, but I mean, we're going to be upgrading at rest sites whenever we can. You can just remove. I think you remove, like, strike. Could also add in a Steam Barrier for 0 energy for a block. It's actually not that bad, but let's hold off on that. Save our money. Oh my god. Do you want to fight these guys? I'll fight them. I think we can do it. Especially with a Core Surge Hyper Beam on turn 1. That's pretty good. We are going to take a little bit of damage. Not if I pop the potion. But we're still going to take a little bit. We're going to take 3. Really wish we had an Amplify game. Let's Auto Shield. FTL. Go for the eyes. Give me a Defrag. Give me a Charge Battery. Taking no damage turn 2. That's pretty good. Oh, it's a good hand. We Capacitor Defrag. We'd have 15 block, which is not enough to prevent Buffer from getting hit. So, what's the best course of action for us? It almost certainly begins with a Defrag. How much can we block for? 5, 8, 7. That's 20. 20 plus 12, which is actually 20 plus 15 with the Defrag. We're not going to take a lot of damage, but we're going to take some. This is a very defensive turn, which I really don't like fighting against these guys, because they get stronger and stronger, but I don't know what we're waiting for. We're waiting for something. Panacea, Zap. Steam Barrier. Dual Cast. Capacitor. Cold Snap. We have a lot of block. We have 45 block, which is perfect, actually. So we'll hit him. Just gotta kill one of them. There's our freaking Amplify. Give me a Consume. Give me an Amplify. Give me an Electro. Nice. Not too bad. And healing when you play a power is really nice. And self-repair is also really nice. Okay, I think that was a pretty good fight. I think we're going to skip a lot of the elites on this floor. We do have to fight at least one, though. Okay, two curse. There's no shops on this floor. That direction had the shop in it. Normality doesn't discard with Runic Pyramid either. If we take this, we have to play 3 cards per turn and only 3 cards per turn, which means that Amplify is going to be basically worthless. So I think by the process of elimination, you have to obtain a rare relic. We just added in ways of healing, and we have Bird-Faced Urn, which heals. So we're going to go for the relic. which is a bit unfortunate, but fine. I will play the Defrag. Let's get those frost orbs out there. I'm just gonna play it and wait. Eight. I think we do need to cast it. We're taking 2, but we are healing for 10 thanks to self-repair. You know what we should have done? Saved it. Amplify self-repair. It's kind of silly. You mean amplify capacitor. Toss out the defrag. Give me a zap. We'll reboot next turn if we have to. If we get like 5 frost orbs, he literally can't hurt us. So at that point, we just need to focus on getting more zaps, which we can totally do. So why don't we just, you know, not hit him because that'll end up hurting us. Instead, why don't we just end our turn? It's a slow fight, but I don't want to hit him. And again, we'll wait until next turn and we'll hit him now. FTL. Core Surge. Hyper Beam. Panacea's in our draw pile. Once we get Panacea, we can play a Hyper Beam for free when we draw it. Like now. Give me a block. Strike. Just do 9 damage every turn. Block. DL. Give me a... Just get rid of Steam Berry. Who cares about it? Okay. I need to honestly reboot, I think, at this point. You know what? Give me an Amplify buffer. He's never touching me anyways. He's never touching me again! Consume. Give me a reboot. Destroy and destroy. I don't really want a Hyper Beam though. I don't know why. I don't think there's any reason not to, I just don't want to. It's like, I want to save Panacea for what? I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead. That's a lot better. Having 2 orbs out, a lot better than 1 orb. We're healing up to full, and we have... Stone Calendar! That's a terrible card! I'm gonna take a turbo, and I'm gonna upgrade it. No, we should upgrade Amplify. Turbo is nice though because we can play it to get it out of our hand and then play other cards in our hand thanks to Runic Pyramid. Right. Every freaking time, man. I don't want to wound. We want to be able to not get wounds in our draw pile, unfortunately. Let me consume. Holy cow. Oh god, that's a lot of damage. So why didn't I play these? I don't know. Amplify. 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 Fi. At this point, I'm just thinking, well, give me the defrag. Give me 12 block, I guess. There's a wound. You're dead. You did an insane amount of damage to me, but hey, that's expected, I guess. Please die, thank you. You know what? Honestly, play the powers. I think I made a mistake. Thinking that I shouldn't play the powers. I should really just play the powers. And now I am gonna save self-repair for the heal, but... Like, look at this, we just have no way of doing damage. These guys are gonna add in wounds to our deck, so if we don't get lightning out quickly, we are gonna have a bit of a problem on our hands. Give me the Amplify, Self-Repair, Defrag. Give me a zap. Now that we have a zap out, they will die eventually, but it's gonna take us some time. 13 times 2, that's like 50, it's like 60 damage almost. Give me a dual cast, steam, defend. We killed one of them before he hit, but honestly, the dagger on the left is the one that's a bigger problem, because you can't discard wounds with Runic Pyramid. It's a horrible, horrible synergy, because it means that you will eventually just lose on your run, which kind of sucks. So we're holding on to reboot for as long as we need to. I don't know how we're killing these guys as they're coming out, but it's working. Stone Calendar helped out. Okay, I think we're not going to take any more damage here, and with the repair, we're actually not taking too much damage at all. Give me another buffer for heal. 57 of 75. That's not terrible. Now, absolutely. Our relic is garbage because we don't... Well, actually, there is one more shop, so it's not, like, completely awful. Innate curse. Oh, I really do not want an innate curse. Lose my max HP instead. Have to take the key. And we have to rest. It's a shop. If we spend anything, we're going to lose the effect of Maw Bank. I think that includes if you remove a card. We have no curse, do we? No. Don't want potions either. Bag of Prep, no. Art of War, no. Art of War could actually be pretty good for us. Do we exhaust cards? I mean, we exhaust Reboot, White Noise, Panacea, Core Surge. We exhaust 4 cards. Is that worth Strange Spoon? Probably not. I'm just gonna leave. We'll save our money for the next shop. Add a colorless card. Add Master of Strategy. Or Blind. I think you probably just want a Master of Strategy. Although with Runic Pyramid it's not that important, but I don't know, maybe? Upgrade the Defrag. Extra focus is OP. And this might be an opportunity to use a potion in order to kill one of these exploders on this turn, because they are going to be nasty if we let them live. Although instead, I think we can just kill them like this. There's one dead. We have a ton of energy, so maybe we can just kill him. Yeah. Sweet, okay. That works. And you know what? Thanks to us having Amplify and Runic Pyramid, we can just heal up to full by playing powers, like this. And this guy, he's not hurting us, let's be honest about that. Dump that card from my hand. Oh, we actually took a little bit of damage there. Doesn't matter, because we're gonna get back up to full. I will take an upgraded turbo, for the same reason as I took the other turbo. And Donu and Deka, all right. Rematch. Let's do this, me and you, buddies. Go for the eyes. Strike. Charge battery, core surge, taking 1 damage. There's amplify. Now all we need is more. You know what? Give me the turbo. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have to drop 2 cards. Give me a turbo. Give me the amplify, because we're gonna play it on this turn, I think. And then give me capacitor. Give me capacitor. Defrag. That's a good play. Might as well play heat sinks for free. Might as well, honestly, play the Hyper Beam. Toss out a Zap. Give me some block. We're not blocking all of it, but now we have Frost Orbs. We're gaining 1 per turn. This is a good thing. Panacea, dump it. Rip and Tear, dump it. How much block do we have? Not nearly enough. Let's actually do some blocking. Now that's enough block. That sound is awful. Give me a Consume. Give me a Defrag. Hit him. Hit him. We attack things very slowly with this deck, but it does work. It does work. Give me a Defrag. Toss out a Consume, honestly. And you know what? Give me a Reboot. We don't need to play any blocks at this point. What we need is to get another Zap so we have at least 2 out. With 2 Zaps, I think we got this. But with 1 Zap, we're doing damage far too slowly. So put that out there. There's my Zap. Hit him, hit him. Pen Nib is active. We wait for Hyper Beam. I don't really want to Consume because I have no way of playing it again, so I'm actually just going to dump cards from my hand. There is Stone Calendar. You know what we're missing? We're missing a loop. A loop would make this awesome. Don't play FTL. Hyper Beam's coming. Instead, play a Buffer. Get rid of Auto Shield. And then... I don't know, don't play anything. If we have to play something, we'll play it next turn. But with 91 block every turn passively, like, I think we got him. And here's our Pen Nib Hyper Beam artifact. Draw a card. Give me a turbo. Give me a turbo. We dual cast. We consume. We cold snap. We strike. We charge battery, and they're both dead. And we're literally full health. Like, what a contrast between this run and the last run, thanks to just having a couple of defrags in the deck. Hello, Iritar. Iritar. How's it going? Smith. You can only smith 1 card. Panacea could be a good one. Buffer for 2 block. Reboot for 6 cards when we reboot instead of 4 could be awesome. Give me an upgrade to... Give me a second artifact out of Panacea. I'm going fine. I'm surprised that we are making this run work. Oh, +1 data disk. Capacitor. So good. I'm surprised we're making this run work. I had tried another Defect run just before this one, and we had no capacitors, no focus, and so the run didn't go that far. But now that we have capacitor, now that we have focus, now that we have consume, defrag, another defrag, the run is actually going quite well. And I think we're gonna win on this one as long as I play well. So what do we want? We want to buy stuff. Data disk, yes. Capacitor, yes. We want capacitor for the consume. This means we can play consume 2 more times. And I think we do want... Oh, we can't afford both. Barely, but we can't afford both. Do we want every 3 turns gain energy or an additional card? I think we want the energy because we end up getting more cards in hand than we can play, but with extra energy we can play them. But that's what the turbos are for. Good point. Well, in that case, I think what we want is more defrags or a second white noise. It's a random power, but if it's an echo form, if it's a creative AI, that means we can infinitely scale. So honestly, give me a white noise. And then remove a strike. And then give me a power potion. Okay. Let's see. Can we get strong enough that these guys won't kill us? That's question number 1. Taking no damage. If I play buffer, we take no damage, and it gets it out of my hand, which is, I think, why I'm going to play it. It only protects us from 10 damage total, but, you know, once we get Amplify, Capacitor, Defrag, Self-Repair, I mean, we have half of those cards in my hand right now, but once we get those cards, once we get our... He defocused me. Once we get our orbs up, we will be fine. How come they hurt me? Wait a minute. He did 18 damage, I had 18 block, and then he hit me 5 times 2. Oh, the buffer only blocked 1, not 2, because it wasn't upgraded. Gotcha. Panacea. Go for the eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me auto shield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Master of Strategy. Might just defrag now. There's another defrag in the deck, so I don't mind doing it now. Give me a cold snap. Give me a defrag. Give me a defrag. It's 18 block. Give me a defend hit. Okay, we got our focus up. Now we need capacitor and we need amplify. Creative AI is also a good choice just to get out there, honestly. We'll turn around. We can Hyper Beam. If I do one more attack, though, we will be able to get to Pen Nib, so we're going to Core Surge, then Hyper Beam. Pretty good damage. And we have pretty good block. We can heal up again. Amplify, Self-Repair is what we're waiting for. Oh, I just realized! Oh shit! Runic Pyramid Creative AI is dangerous. Oh, yeah, that could be a problem. Just realized right now. Ooh, dangerous. Give me a capacitor. Give me a consume. JoJo's Ghost, you don't know what this game is, but it looks alright. It's Slay the Spire. 18 times 3. If we turn around, we should probably take little damage, but... Yo, where's the freaking Amplify? I have half a mind to reboot right now, but... I mean, here's the thing. If I capacitor, and then defrag, and then reboot... How much damage are we taking right now? We got 44, well, we have 55 block. They're dealing more than 55 damage. We do need to turn around. I have a potion that can let me turn around, though, so I am going to reboot and see what we get. Another capacitor, which is fine. Or defend. Give me the defend and then turn me around. You spin me right round, baby, right? Creative AI. I don't want to play it because it'll just add more powers to my hand, but I guess that's what the turbo's for. Again, we can finally attack. I got a zap out. Turn around and smack him. Smack him. Capacitor. Charge battery. I gotta stay on top of my hand. I gotta make sure that I don't get overwhelmed with cards. I think that Electro is a great card to play, though. And actually, I'm gonna play Self-Repair. Because we're not taking any more damage on the fight. I think we're ahead of the curve. And we're dealing 30 damage every turn. So I want that out. I want that out there. And I will turn around, too. And I will dump this. And Stone Calendar went out. So I think it was good that we played our self-repair. We should be at full health for the next fight. Plus 7 HP. Not bad. Skill Potion. Could be good. A second Consume. I don't really want it because the Consume that we have is upgraded, which means that we gain one more focus per orb slot. I think we don't want any of these cards, honestly. Okay. This is like the best chance we've had in a long time of making a victory happen. Give me a Skill Potion. Of course you're gonna give me freaking Consume. We could skip, but I think I'm just gonna take the stack. Give me the Power Potion. I'm gonna take a Defrag. And I'm just gonna play him so we can get him out there. We're also gonna take the Thorns Potion. I think because we saved the Thorns Potion, that means we don't lose. I really wanted Panacea turn 1 to block the buffs, but that's okay. I think because we have the Thorns Potion, that means we don't lose because this guy's just gonna hit us, and he's gonna do damage when he hits us. We need energy. And that also counted as draw. That's actually really nice. I didn't think about that, but that's good. Block. Block. Good block. More block. More block. More block. We're not taking any damage by 0. Perfect block. I'm out of defense, and we don't have a buffer. Oh, we don't have a buffer. That's a bit dangerous. Give me some draw. Give me... We got buffer! Okay, we need to block, though. We need to block. How do we block? We need to... If I play buffer, it's just gonna immediately cost it its own buffer. Echo Form is so nice. I think we're just gonna take like 30 damage, and I don't think there's any way around it, unfortunately. Because as soon as I play buffer, we'll get the effect of buffer, and then we'll get hit for 1 damage. And when we get hit for 1 damage, buffer will basically just cancel itself out. We play this for nothing. So I think honestly, we just hit him, and we hit him. Keep our hand clean, and he hits us for 30. Thanks to all these orbs, we're actually not taking that much damage. Now, there's Amplify. We definitely want to amplify Defrag and a Capacitor if we have it. We do have another Capacitor in the deck. Good. So what do we want to do? We want to get rid of garbage. Get rid of slime. If we get rid of Hyper Beam, it's 52 damage. We played the slime twice thanks to Echo Form. So I don't want to play this twice. I'm going to play Rip and Tear just to make sure that it gets played. And honestly, I kind of feel like maybe turboing out the Hyper Beam. But we should probably just save it. Just get rid of the strike instead. 40 block per turn. So good! We're taking no damage. Panacea has to get out. I played it twice. We have 5 artifacts. Good God. That was not my intention, but it works. Amplify. Capacitor. Defrag. You know what? End my turn. We have 72 block per turn. Now we gotta start doing some damage. Double consume or double zap? I think it double zap. You get 2 orbs out, then you consume, then you go for the eyes. Then we actually can get out a buffer, so I think we do get out a buffer on this turn. And we don't need a draw. There we go, 32 damage a turn. He hits us and takes a lot of damage thanks to the thorns. Give me a charge battery. Actually, I kind of just feel like ending my turn. I don't want to waste the buffer. And that's my only block. So if I get rid of the void, maybe we'll draw a second block next turn. No, but that's still fine. So we're gonna block, we're gonna hyper beam. Are we gonna reboot? Do we need to reboot? We don't really need to reboot, but we're not really doing anything saving our cards anyways. We could draw and then reboot, and then... But what are we waiting for? We're waiting for turbos to come back. What's in our discard pile? Garbage. Give me a... Master of Strategy. Give me a reboot. Okay, that's fine. Really, I was just waiting to see if we could get like a turbo or something, but nope. Also, we're taking 2 damage now, thanks to Beat of Death. Every turn is 2 damage. 6 times 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're at least blocking that much. I can't... No, I can play stuff. I just don't want to get hit and lose the buffer, so I'm kind of just like playing my cards very specifically. Actually, no, this is good. Is it good? Because we can still play like blocks and stuff, like coming up. Give me a dual cast for block, and then a zap and a strike. Okay, so we're doing like 48 damage every turn now. Still close, still close, still close. Give me a double cold snap. This will summon 2 frost orbs. Then we can play a buffer. So now we have 2 buffers out. And we can also play a hyper beam because we still have more artifacts. And then holding defense in our hand I think is a good thing. Hitting for 46. I technically don't have to do anything. I do want to get some cards out of my hand though, so I'm gonna drop, I'll drop an auto shield, I'll drop a defend, and turn. He has the heart has the painful stabs debuff now. Every time we don't block a hit, we get a wound, which with Runic Pyramid is not a good thing. 8 times 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 90 block. He's doing 90 some odd damage. 96 damage, and we have 90 block. We need to add in some more block to that to make it in our favor. Give me a double charge battery. Give me a go for the eyes. I wish we could have played that twice. Give me a defend. Give me a defend. We're taking no damage, end turn. I think we won. Oh, Lord. We're doing 16. Plus 16, that's 32. Plus 16, that's 48. We won. Don't, just end turn. We've done it! Finally! We found focus! We found our focus, hocus pocus. On a run in which I just started taking random cards at times because I just didn't know what I wanted the deck to do. We made it work, finally, by just picking up a couple of defrags, a couple of capacitors, a consume, an amplify, and that's it. I will admit, Bird-Faced Urn really did help keep us going. Data Disc is great. Runic Pyramid ended up not really mattering as much as I thought it would because eventually I realized if we get a power, we need to play it. We can't just hold it in our hand for 6 turns waiting for Amplify to come around. Unless we had a Seek in our deck, unless we had 4 energy so we could be playing a lot of cards, we needed to get those powers out, even if it was a defrag or a capacitor without Amplify. But good lord. We've done it. I'm gonna Alt-Tab, Defect, you're now at Ascension 3. Thank you. Good stuff. Mark it up. There we go. Elites are deadlier. Shouldn't be too much of a problem for us. Oh, man. Like, this deck, it worked, and it's kind of a power, like a middling power plus focus deck. But really, once you get the focus, you're good to go. Once you get a couple of capacitors, a consume, some defrags, like, you're good. You can get 15 focus up and then block for a lot of extra block per turn. And I'll admit, Frozen Core, I thought this was a garbage orb. Freiheit. Freihelt, thank you for the follow. I thought this was a garbage orb. This is a great orb, because once you're past like 5 turns, if you played capacitor and defrag, you're getting like 60 block per turn. It's really nice. Ugh. Man, I did not think we were gonna make it, but we did. I mean, I'm happy because now we can continue on with the defect runs. I still don't entirely know what you're supposed to do if you don't have a lot of low-cost cards and you don't have a lot of focus. Like, because you could just do it, you know, it was the last run we had of the defect. You could just have a run where you don't pick up any sort of defrag. You don't pick up any sort of capacitor. You don't pick up any sort of consume. You can't gain focus. You can't gain orb slots. What do you do in that situation? Do you just rely on auto shields and rip and tear and just doing damage like a normal character or something? Or is there a way that you can kind of modify your run and make it into a winning run? Because I don't understand what you're supposed to do if you don't get the cards you need to make a deck work. Are you just supposed to lose? I mean, that's a perfectly valid option. I'm just curious about it, you know? Man, that's good. Yeah, Frozen Core. Every character, by the way, and actually I can show you the relics. Every character has a starting relic. Ironclad heals after combat. The Defect gets lightning at the start of combat, and the Silent gets 2 additional cards on the first turn. Ring of the Snake, literally the exact same as Bag of Prep, which is why I often just re-roll the Ring of the Snake. But every character also has a relic you can change into by taking a boss relic. Now, there they are. So the Ironclad, instead of healing for 6, it heals for 10. The Silent, instead of giving you 2 cards at the start of combat on your first turn, it gives you 1 extra card every single turn. It's a much, 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 much better relic. And the alternate for the Defect is that instead of starting with lightning, every turn you get a frost if there's room. So every turn we were gaining 1 frost orb. So it didn't matter that we didn't have a lot of cold snaps. It didn't matter that we didn't have cool headeds. Every turn you were gaining 1 orb, so after 5 turns you had 5 orbs. It's really good. It's a really good relic to have. Well, it's a really good relic to have if it works for your run, and it did work for our run, surprisingly. But anyways, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Slay the Spire.